Kruti, Rekha, Rajni, Kirti, and Varsha. Let me wait for a few more seconds so that others can enter. Today's session is on the topic the plant growth regulators. Okay, Arpita just entered. Gangotri. Okay, 3 more minutes for 10. My voice is audible? My voice is audible? Okay, good. Okay, Revati just entered. I hope there is no network problem. Shall we start the session? Okay, Fiza has entered. Okay, hi Revati. Okay. So as you all know, today's topic is the plant growth regulators. Do you think that the plants are under the control of some hormones? Good morning, Priyanka. Okay, just we started the session. Okay, do you think that the plants are under the control of hormones? Definitely yes. In previous session, we discussed the human body is completely regulated by the hormones like thyroxine, which regulates the metabolism, pituitary gland, which is called as master gland, which decides the growth of the human, hypothalamus, which is master gland, which controls pituitary, adrenal gland, which secretes adrenaline, which is otherwise called emergency hormone, which handles at emergency situations like anxiety, fear, sorrow, overexcitement, etc. And gonads, like ovarian testis, which decides the feminine and masculine characters. Many more concepts we discussed in previous session. Now straight we'll enter into phytohormones or plant growth promoters or inhibitors. Okay, we'll start the session. My voice is audible. Clear me when I share the screen. I can't see your chats. Clear me whether my voice is audible. Audible? My voice is audible? Okay, I'll share the screen. Okay, just you saw a video where the plants are so healthy, they developed well. Those beautiful plants are heliconias with beautiful foliage. Do you think that those plants will grow in such a beautiful appearance without the support of hormones? Definitely no. They grow in such a beautiful texture and appearance only by the support of the plant hormones or phytohormones. As you see, if the seed has to germinate, even that is with the help of hormones. And if the plumule and radicle should develop, even again, that is also by the hormones. Total plant is under the control of the growth regulators. So these regulators are nothing but phytohormones or plant hormones. These are some of the synthetic phytohormones available in the market. Few occur in liquid form and few in solid form and few in gaseous state. These regulators we use for better growth of the plants, for rapid blooming of the flowers, and if you find any rosette, means improper growth, that will be enhanced immediately by using these growth regulators available in the market. Usually, the phytohormones are the plant hormones differentiated as the growth promoters and the growth inhibitors. What are plant growth promoters? Now, how the hormones plays a main role in development of our body, in the same way the plant growth promoters helps in development of the plants, like performing certain activities like cell division, cell enlargement. It brings trophic growth or trophic movements. They improve the flowering. They helps in seed formation. They help in seed germination. They help in cell elongation, stem elongation, and root growth in stems, better shoot growth. These different activities performed by the growth promoters like axin, gibberellins, otherwise called gibberellic acid, and cytokinins. Not only the hormones take role in promoting the growth, there are few hormones which inhibits the growth of the plants. Which were the inhibitors? Abscisic acid and ethylene are considered to be growth inhibitors. And what are their functions? They brings dormancy of the seeds. That means when you place the seeds in a soil and even with the proper moisture, sunlight, with all the environmental factors, they fail to germinate because of dormancy of the seeds, and this dormancy is due to abscisic acid. It stimulates abscission, that means unseasonal falling of the leaves. Their response to the wounds, response to the biotic and abiotic stress. The plants usually undergo stress because of these hormones. And sometimes ethylene, which is an gaseous hormone, helps in ripening of the fruits in some beneficial activities. But maximum they involve in inhibiting the growth of the plant. Irregular closing of the stomata, improper development of the plant, stunted growth of the plant, all this because of growth inhibitors. So, these are the major phytohormones, that is plant growth promoters and plant growth inhibitors. The plant growth promoters are axin, gibberellin and cytokinin. Plant growth inhibitors are abscisic acid and ethylene. In this slide, you are seeing one extra column, that is synthetic phytohormones. Yes, the phytohormones are divided into two types: the natural phytohormones and synthetic phytohormones. The natural phytohormones are two types: growth promoters and growth inhibitors. They are axin, gibberellin, cytokinin, ethylene, and abscisic acid. These are natural phytohormones synthesized within the plant. The hormones synthesized within the plant. What are synthetic? Man-made. That is NAA, naphthalene acetic acid. This is not natural, this is synthetic phytohormone, that is naphthalene acetic acid. These are about natural phytohormones and synthetic phytohormones. In this session, we are going to study more about natural phytohormones like axin, cytokinin, gibberellin, ethylene, abscisic acid. Axins usually referred as indole 3 acetic acid. Indole 3 acetic acid, the name for the axin. Gibberellin usually referred as gibberellic acid. Ethylene is an gaseous phytohormone. Now, what are the basic functions of plant promoting hormones and plant growth inhibiting hormones? The plant growth promoting hormones are growth promoters mainly involved in increasing the growth of the plant. Almost all phytohormones increase the growth of the plant. They are axin, gibberellin, and cytokinins. What are growth inhibiting hormones function? They involve in inhibition of the growth of the plant. ABA, abscisic acid, and ethylene. They involve in stunted growth of the plant. Now let me see what are the functions of different phytohormones and what are their major role. This is the flow chart which explains clearly which is the phytohormone and its function. Gibberellins. They are the phytohormone, growth promoting hormones which will breaks the rosette form. You know what is rosette? The leafy cabbage is a rosette plant. Many leaves are enclosed with a short stem, with a very short stem, that is rosette. That rosette will be easily broken by gibberellic acid or gibberellins. And gibberellins are very essential for germination of seeds. If seed has to germinate, they require gibberellins. They helps in growth of the plant by cell elongation, cell enlargement. Gibberellins, they are highly beneficial in bringing up the blooms. They helps in bringing up the blooms. Unseasonal blooming is also possible by using gibberellins. And they helps in fruit developments. And they never bring seed dormancy and abscission. You see the picture above? Abscission means unseasonal falling of the leaves. These are the major functions of gibberellins. And what is the other plant growth promoting hormone? That is axin. Axins, they don't help in germination, but they help in stem elongation, cell elongation. Stem elongation, cell elongation. They helps in growth of the plant. They too involve in flowering and fruit development, but they don't involve in abscission and seed dormancy. Gibberellins, they involve in breaking the seed dormancy. Gibberellins, they help in breaking seed dormancy. One more plant growth promoting hormone is cytokinin. Cytokinin, they are the best phytohormones which brings cell divisions. They mainly involve in cell division. Even they have least role in seed germination, but they help in growth of the plant, flowering, fruit development. They never bring abscission and seed dormancy, but they involve in continuous cell division, helps in growth of the plant. And next is plant growth inhibiting hormones, that is ABA, abscisic acid and ethylene. Ethylene, they don't involve in the growth of the plant, but partially they help in flowering and fruit development and fruit ripening also, but they don't involve in growth of the plant, and they bring abscission. Unseasonal falling of the leaves is due to ABA, abscisic acid, and they too not involve in seed dormancy. They don't bring seed dormancy, but they bring abscission. But abscisic acid, that is ABA, they are only inhibitors. They only involve in abscission, unseasonal falling of the leaves, and they bring seed dormancy. You can observe they bring only negative features on the plant. Closing of the stomata, falling of the leaves, seed dormancy, improper development, stunted growth of the plant, all this because of abscisic acid. But when you see at ethylene, it is not so negative compared to the ABA, as they helps in fruit ripening, fruit development, even flowering, but they involve in abscission, but they don't bring seed dormancy. So these are the different functions you find among the phytohormones. As you see, a weak stem plant, that is, never have a very good supporting trunk or stem. They are so weak, they need help. So they develop tendrils, and that tendril holds firmly the supporting part so that the tendrils helps in supporting, and that plant will climb the supporting plant. The weak stems, how they can climb the supporting sticks, trellis or plants? With the help of tendrils. Do you think that there is a role of any phytohormone on this? Definitely yes. Which is the hormone which take part in this? The plant growth promoter, that is axin. Axin take part in this. When you see the tendril twines the stick or trellis, and they sticks very firmly. With most effort, we should remove the tendril, or we should break the tendril unless it never give up its support. Now how, with the help of axin, the tendril can hold so firmly the supporting part? Axin is a growth promoting hormone which moves away from the place where the sunlight falls, and they move towards the place at the shady area, away from the brighter area. When it moves away from the brighter area or the touch area, here you can see touch area. There you can find accumulation of axin, and when there is axin, there will be definitely more growth. They result in the growth. You see, on the touch area the growth is less, and opposite side axins are found in abundant, and the growth is more. As a result, the bending action takes place. When the light is coming from one side of the plant, the axin diffuses towards the shady side of the shoot, not towards the sunny area, it is towards the shady area. And when the concentration of axin increases in the shady area, it stimulates the cells to grow longer on the side of the shoot where away from the light. Thus, the plant appears to bend towards the light. This is the mechanism due to axin, and hence the tendrils climbs the trellis are supporting plants. So these are the different hormones take part in the plant growth, and few in the plant inhibition, and few the gaseous hormone like ethylene, which helps in ripening of the fruits. You can see this chart. The slide clearly says that now axin, just now we found that they are the main reason for the tendrils to attach the supporting plant or trellis. Axins, gibberellins, cytokinins are very important in bringing up the growth of the plant, flowering of the plant, fruiting of the plant. They never involve in abscission and seed dormancy. They involve in the development of roots in the stem cuttings. They break the seed dormancy. But when you see in this slide, the growth inhibitors, ABA, abscisic acid, it acts by antagonizing gibberellic acid. They block the synthesis of DNA and enzymes. When they block the DNA and enzymes, automatically the growth of the plant will be decreased. The plant shows stunted growth. They may involve in dormancy. It induces seed dormancy and inhibits the shoot growth. And they helps to withstand drought conditions. And what about ethylene? They too involve in bringing up abscission but not seed dormancy. They don't bring seed dormancy, but they involve in abscission. Abscission, unseasonal falling of the leaves. But they show the positive features like ripening of the fruit and fruit development. Ethylene involved by stored apples inhibited the growth of potato shoots enclosed with them. So these are some of the functions of the ethylene and AB, abscisic acid. So these are the growth regulators, growth promoters available in the market. When you found if the plants are not growing well, they are showing stunted growth. In case the hormones are not synthesized in the plant, then definitely we can support them by these available regulators. So, phytohormones, they are axin. They help in cell elongation, stem elongation, root initiation in stem cuttings, and xylem differentiation. Cytokinin, they helps in continuous cell division and shoot formation. Gibberellins, they helps in seed germination by mobilization of stored molecules, food molecules in seed, and helps in seed germination. They help in stem elongation, internode elongation, stem elongation, and also internode elongation. And also gibberellins take part in pollen tube growth. Brassinosteroids, this is another growth promoting hormone. Brassinosteroids, they involve in cell elongation, cell division, and always they involve in resistance towards the stress. They never leave the plant to undergo stress. They make the plant stress free, healthy development. The other one is jasmonic acid, which develops the defense proteins within a plant so that the plant can defend themselves. This is because of jasmonic acid. And rest of the things are growth inhibitors. They are abscisic acid. They bring bud and seed dormancy. Leaf senescence or abscissions. Ethylene, the growth inhibitors. Stimulates fruit and also fruit ripening. Induces senescence or abscission. Only this is the negative point you find in ethylene. Rest of the things are positive to the plant. The other one is trigolactones. They inhibits the shoot branching. So, these are the brief information of phytohormones and how they involve in the growth regulation, either for the growth development or growth inhibition. So, both are decided by the phytohormones. These are the natural phytohormones. These hormones are also responsible for bringing up trophic movements among the plants. What do you mean by trophic movements? The trophic movements are the movement towards the growth. And there is another type, that is nastic movements. It is not towards the growth. Now let me know what are the different trophic movements which are towards the growth. Many times when you grow the plants always bending towards the light. That is phototrophism. Phototrophism, the trophic movement towards the light. Which part will be towards the light? That is shoot. Shoot always growing towards the light, and this is known as phototrophism. And which is negative towards the photolight? Roots. Roots shows negative behavior towards the light. They don't grow towards the light, they move away from the light. Roots are negative phototrophers and the shoots are positive phototrophers. And there is other type of trophism which always grow towards the search of the water. That is hydrotrophism. Hydrotrophism, the plant growing towards the water. The plant growing towards the water. Which is the part? That is root. Root is the part which grows towards the water. And the roots will be grown faster in search of the water. That is positive towards the water. And there is similar type, geotrophism. Geo means earth, soil. A part of the plant which grows towards the soil is root. Roots shows geotrophism. The growth of the plant towards the earth or towards the soil is known as geotrophism. Which is the part which shows positive geotrophism? Yes, that are roots. Roots shows positive geotrophism. Which is the part which shows negative geotrophism? Yes, shoots. Shoots shows the negative geotrophism. And there is another type of trophism, that is stigmotrophism. This is a stigmotrophism, that is responding to the touch. When you observe this slide, the tendril completely attached to the bamboo stick or trellis. This is responding to the touch. And you find the growth here, right? The tendril continuously grows. Stigmotrophism is a trophism where responding towards the touch you find in tendrils, and there definitely there is a growth. And the one more trophism is chemotrophism, responding to the chemicals. And what is that? The pollen germinates on the stigma and develops the pollen tube. And pollen tubes move towards the ovary, and that is because of chemotrophism, responding to the chemicals. Responding to the chemicals. The pollen tube is attracted towards the ovary because of the chemicals. This is known as chemotrophism. The formation or development of the pollen tube is chemotrophism. So like this, the phytohormones not only helps in development of the plant or inhibiting the plant or deciding the trophism which brings the development like phototrophism, geotrophism, hydrotrophism, stigmotrophism and chemotrophism. All these directly or indirectly involved in the development. And there is one concept. There is no development at all, but still there will be movement. And that such movements are called as nastic movements. And how this can be possible? When you touch Mimosopodica, touch me not plant, immediately it folds the leaflets. And how this could be possible? This could be possible because the plant cells change shape by changing the amount of water in them, resulting in swelling or shrinking, and therefore they change the shape. Mimosopodica, when we touch the plant, the water amount present in those leaves move away from that location. They shrink and the leaves folds. After some time, you just leave it. It comes to its position. And how that will be possible? And again the water which moved away from that location, it comes back. The water amount, it will come back to the original position. And again the cells swells. As a result, the leaves will be coming back to their position. So like this, the nastic movements, they don't involve in the growth, but they involve in the movement. So, trophic movements are the movements which brings the development. Nastic movements are the movements which never brings the development or growth. So do you think that nastic movements are very helpful? No way they are helpful. Instead, more energy is consumed in the form of ATP. We are like exercises. We do the exercise and that exercise will help for better circulation, but more burning of the calories. We lose the energy. We'll expend more calories on exercise. We lose, we don't gain. But still, exercises are very essential because they result in good circulation. In the same way, the nastic movements, there is no involvement in the growth of the plant, but still somehow they involve in circulation, transportation with the consumption of ATP. So, in this session, we discussed about different kinds of phytohormones and how they involve in growth of the plant, and how they involve in inhibiting the growth of the plant and bringing dormancy, and there are certain hormones which never leave the plant to undergo stress. So many more things we discussed in this session. I hope complete session was audible. Okay, Pallavi, Deepa, Veda, Rakshita, so sweet. Muskan, very nice. Meghana, okay, this time better when compared to the last session. And Tidbits of Life, this is a very good channel. So he's saying hi to everyone, and I hope hi from everyone. And Tidbits of Life, her voice is so melody, and she sings so well. No copyrights music, amazing channel with a wonderful different locations, view, coverage, and excellent musics, supporting musics. And I like maximum of folk oriented music executed by no copyrights music. Thanks for your entry. Okay, tell me now whether the session was useful and audible. Okay, Revati. So the voice was not had any problem. So it was clear. Okay. So anywhere, any clarifications if you require, you just chat and tell me. Any clarifications you require? Thank you. It was audible and useful. Reply from the Priyanka. Thank you. Okay, nice. Okay, anything to be clarified here? Anything to be clarified? Okay, one more addition, Reshma. Okay, Reshma is nothing but Muskan. Okay, welcome Muskan. Thank you, Rekha. It was quite useful for all of you. Any things to be clarified? Okay. If the things are not to be clarified, if it is clear to everyone, shall we wind up the session? Okay, one more new entry, Madhavi. Welcome, Madhavi. Okay, thank you, Madhavi. Okay, I don't think that you have any doubts in this session. Shall we wind up this session? Okay, we'll wind up this.